There is a place where the world feels both ancient and new, the deserts of Oman. Here, time seems to stretch and fold, as if the past and present are woven together by the endless wind. These are not empty wastelands, but living landscapes, shaped by wind and time. Every grain of sand tells a story, and every ripple is a memory of the forces that have sculpted this land for millennia. I'd heard tales of endless golden dunes and a silence so deep you could hear your own heartbeat. The desert's quiet is profound, a rare kind of peace that's hard to find anywhere else. The desert called to me, not just as a destination but as a chance to escape the noise of modern life and find something real. It was an invitation to slow down, to breathe, and to reconnect with the world in its rawest form. Oman's deserts promised more than adventure. They offered discovery. Each step forward was a step into the unknown, a chance to learn not just about the land, but about myself. My journey began with curiosity, not a map. I wanted to let the desert guide me, to follow its rhythms and see where they would lead. Here, the Bedouin have thrived for centuries, their lives woven into the sands. Their traditions, passed down through generations, are shaped by the challenges and beauty of this environment. I wanted to understand their connection to this land, to see through their eyes. Their stories, shared around a campfire beneath a sky full of stars, revealed a wisdom born from living in harmony with the desert. This was more than a physical challenge. It was a quest for a different way of life. The desert demanded patience, resilience, and a willingness to let go of control. Preparation was key. The sun would be relentless, water precious, and respect for the desert essential. Every decision mattered, and every mistake was a lesson in humility. Even before I set foot on the sand, I learned humility, knowing I was a small part of something vast. The desert's scale puts everything into perspective, reminding you of your place in the world. Arriving at the desert's edge, the air was dry and clean, the line between civilization and wilderness stark. It was a threshold, a point of no return, where comfort ended and adventure began. It felt like standing at the shore of a golden ocean. The dunes rolled out before me, endless and mysterious, inviting me to step forward. I knew that crossing into this world would change me. The desert tests you, but it also rewards you with moments of awe and clarity. The journey ahead was unknown, full of hardship and beauty. Each day would bring new challenges, but also new wonders to discover. But I was ready to walk, to listen, and to let the desert reveal its secrets. The adventure had begun, and I was eager to see what stories the sands would share. In Oman's deserts, I sought not just distance, but meaning. Every horizon promised a new perspective, every moment a chance to reflect. Here, every step promised a lesson in presence and respect. The desert teaches you to be mindful, to appreciate the beauty and simplicity. And so I entered the sands, open to whatever the desert would teach me. In this vast, golden world, I was ready to discover not just the land, but a new way of seeing life itself. The Omani desert's beauty is overwhelming. Dunes sculpted by wind, shifting with every breeze. The landscape is in constant motion, even when it appears still, shaped by forces both gentle and fierce. At sunrise, the sands glow pink and orange. The first light of day brings a sense of hope and wonder, as if the desert is waking up with you. By midday, they blaze gold, radiating heat and energy, transforming the landscape into a sea of shimmering light. Walking here is like treading frozen waves, each step a reminder of nature's power. The sand shifts beneath your feet, making every movement deliberate and mindful. The silence is profound, not empty but full, broken only by wind and the crunch of your footsteps. It's a silence that invites reflection, making you aware of your own presence. This quiet calms the mind, offering rare clarity in a noisy world. In these moments, you can hear your own thoughts, undisturbed. As night falls, the sky becomes a spectacle. The Milky Way stretches overhead, stars shining with impossible brilliance. The desert night is a reminder of how vast the universe truly is. Lying beneath them, you feel both small and connected to something eternal. The stars seem closer here, as if you could reach out and touch them. The desert's details tell stories, tracks of animals, weathered rocks, subtle changes in the landscape. Every mark in the sand is a sign of life, a hidden narrative waiting to be discovered. It's not monotonous. Every day brings new shapes, colors, and moods. The desert is always changing, never quite the same from one moment to the next. One day you cross towering dunes, feeling the challenge and thrill of the climb, the next a flat, endless plain, where the horizon stretches on forever and the world feels infinite. Each landscape has its own character, always ancient, always wise. The desert holds memories of ages past, written in stone and sand. The desert is alive with secrets, waiting for those who slow down and look. Life here is subtle but persistent, thriving in unexpected ways. Here, the world is stripped to its essentials: sand, sky, silence. There is a purity to this simplicity that is both humbling and inspiring. The landscape is a living canvas, painted anew each day by sun and wind. Every hour brings a new masterpiece, fleeting and unique. In Oman's deserts, beauty and mystery are everywhere if you know how to see. The more you look, the more the desert reveals. The desert's vastness is humbling, its silence healing. It is a place where you can lose yourself and find yourself again. It is a world that changes you, simply by being in it. The desert leaves its mark, long after you've left its sands behind. Life in the desert quickly settles into a simple rhythm. I woke before dawn, packed camp, and walked in the cool, silent morning. The gold cover ground before the midday heat forced rest. Shade was precious, an acacia tree, a dune shadow, offering a pause for water and reflection. Even drinking water became an act of gratitude. As the sun softened, I walked again, searching for a sheltered campsite with a view of sunset. Setting up camp and preparing a simple meal became a comforting ritual. Evenings brought rest, wonder, and the brilliance of desert stars. The night air was cool, the silence deep. Sometimes I sat in quiet, sometimes I reflected on the day's journey. This routine, walk, rest, walk, camp, connected me to the land and its ancient rhythms. In the desert, life is stripped to what matters most. Oman's deserts are defined as much by their people as their landscapes. The endless dunes and golden sands are home to a culture that has thrived for centuries, shaped by the challenges and beauty of the land. Omani hospitality is legendary, generosity offered without expectation. Guests are welcomed as family, and every encounter is marked by warmth and sincerity. The Bedouin I met were warm, dignified, and welcoming. Their smiles and open hearts made me feel at home, even in the vastness of the desert. My first encounter was with Ahmed, an old man who greeted me with coffee and dates before I could even introduce myself. His hospitality was immediate and genuine, a gesture that spoke volumes about Omani values. We shared stories in broken Arabic and English, united by kindness. Laughter bridged the gaps in language, and we found understanding in simple gestures. Food is central to Omani culture. Meals of rice, meat, fresh bread, and cardamom coffee, always shared. Every meal is an invitation to connect, to pause and appreciate the moment together. These meals were more than sustenance. They were moments of genuine connection. Around the carpet, strangers became friends, and stories flowed as freely as the coffee. The desert people's traditions are ancient, knowledge of water, stars, and survival passed down through generations. Their wisdom is woven into every aspect of daily life, a living link to the past. Listening to their stories opened a window to another time. Around the fire, I heard tales of hardship, triumph, and the enduring spirit of the desert. They spoke of ancestors, epic journeys, and the spirits of the sands. Each story was a thread in the rich tapestry of Omani heritage. Their culture is one of resilience, wisdom, and deep spiritual connection to the land. The desert is not just a home, but a source of identity and pride. These encounters enriched my journey beyond measure. I left each meeting with a sense of gratitude and a deeper understanding of what it means to belong. The Bedouins' respect for the desert shaped my own. Their reverence for nature and tradition inspired me to see the land with new eyes. Their generosity and stories became the heart of my experience. I found a sense of community in the most unexpected places. In Oman, hospitality is not just a custom, it's a way of life. Every welcome is sincere, every farewell heartfelt. The people of the desert are its greatest treasure, embodying the spirit of Oman in every gesture and every smile. The desert may seem empty, but it's alive with resilient life. Acacia trees with deep roots offer rare shade. Hardy shrubs dot the landscape. After rare rains, dormant seeds burst into brief, stunning bloom. Most animals are nocturnal. Foxes, snakes, beetles, and lizards leave tracks in the sand. At night, the calls of wildlife remind you you're not alone. The Arabian oryx, once nearly extinct, now roams these plains, a symbol of hope and wild beauty. Every creature and plant is perfectly adapted, part of a delicate balance. The desert's life is subtle, but everywhere for those who look. The desert journey is measured in stories as much as distance. I met fellow travelers, local guides, and Bedouin families. Each encounter a brief but meaningful connection. Around a campfire, I shared stories with a European couple, united by awe for the desert's freedom. I walked with a Bedouin family moving their camels, witnessing a timeless way of life. The patriarch shared navigation secrets and family history, his children's laughter echoing across the sands. My guide, Salim, taught me to respect the desert and shared his heritage with quiet pride. These people became the true heart of my journey. Their stories and kindness broke the solitude and deepened my understanding. In the vastness, every meeting mattered. The desert's greatest gift was the people I met along the way. True adventure brings challenge, and the desert is a relentless teacher. The heat was punishing, water precious, and doubt a constant companion. Sandstorms forced me to shelter, teaching patience and humility. I learned you can't fight the desert, you adapt or you fail. Yet for every hardship there were moments of breathtaking beauty. Sunrise over the Wahiba Sands, a hidden oasis, the cool shade of palms, each a reward. The solitude gave space for reflection, stripping life to its essentials. I confronted my limits, found resilience I didn't know I had. The desert's emotional journey was as intense as the physical. Moments of peace, clarity, and even sadness shaped me. The desert revealed my true self, both vulnerable and strong. Every challenge was a lesson, every beauty a gift. In hardship, I found growth. In beauty, I found renewal. The desert changed me inside and out. The desert's lessons are simple, profound, and wordless. Simplicity became my guide. Life reduced to water, food, shelter, and the path ahead. I learned happiness comes from appreciating what you have, not wanting more. Respect for nature deepened. The desert is fragile, every creature essential. I learned to walk lightly, to leave no trace. The journey revealed inner strength. Pushing through pain and doubt, I discovered resilience. The desert showed me my limits were mostly in my mind. Silence and solitude became gifts, not burdens. In the quiet, I found peace and clarity. Being alone was not loneliness, but self-discovery. The desert's wisdom is carried on the wind, in every grain of sand. I left with a new sense of confidence and connection to the world. The desert taught me how to simply be. Every journey ends, but the desert's lessons linger. Leaving the dunes brought both accomplishment and sadness. I'd grown to love the silence and simplicity. Returning to civilization felt overwhelming, but I carried the desert's peace within me. The trek was more than physical, it was an inner transformation. I found connection to nature, kindness in strangers, and a quiet strength inside myself. The memories, dates and coffee shared, sand underfoot, stars overhead, became part of who I am. The desert stripped me down and rebuilt me, stronger and more aware. Its greatest lesson, adventure and respect for our planet, go hand in hand. The sands of Oman taught me that the real discoveries are within, and that journey never truly ends.